Main mission. Niles as companion. And confront Son. Okay, let's go back. Let's return some of our quests. After I return most of the quests, maybe I'll play with these skills and perks a little bit, but kind of just saving those until I really need them. For certain dialogues or certain chests open.
Hell. I've stood this post so many times.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a... I've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion. This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable? Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine, jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Andy's choice?
Turn in my bounty.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today.
So earlier I talked to them about opening the safe. I'm gonna go ahead and do it now.
Whoa! How the blazes did you get in there?
Shock machine gun? Okay. Defensive blades, not bad.
Huh. Guns after all. Most of these irons look pretty old-fashioned, too. A bit lackluster, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes I wonder about you. I'd say you've earned that lead pusher.
Thanks for all your help. We'll put in a good word for you with the higher-ups first chance we get.
I got in, without your help.
People think I got a jacket from the saloon because I'm pretty cheese to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
Where's the other one? Was it in here? So freshmen's, yeah. Freshmen's, and what was this one? Oh, okay, that's the missing.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh? Is it so
Yeah, Minister.
damn hard to extend a mind of trust?
Huh?
Calm down. You know well
Nope.
would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop braying your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. You scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies, Bad Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! Pleased that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token of thanks. May it aid in your capture of hearts and minds.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward, and it sure as shit don't make me unreliable. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
Ooh. See, I want to invite her, but I feel like if we fix her and her arm, then maybe she'll come.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contractor? And I suppose the bits for such a procedure shall simply manifest from the ether?
And
I'll
if I
pay for it.
die or leave, how do you reckon failure to retain an enhanced soldier would look to upper management, huh?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death a preferable alternative.
I'll take
That's
it.
it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
Are you mad? Has everyone around me gone mad? This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say. But Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. And you, I got a proposition for you. Come find me when you're done with
See,
this clown.
I knew she would come
She will
join me.
most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly.
No, she won't.
But I suppose that is no longer my concern. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport. Worry not. The culmination of my plan will bring me the tools to aid you in your endeavor to enter the Vox station. Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate Yeasayers still cling to it. My plan requires their conversion. Verily, on to business. I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry. The choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you.
I don't want his advice because I think his advice is going to be so chaos. Oh, I like that sting.
Shh. not so loud. The hat can tell when you're questioning it. The people of Westport don't trust me. How can they? I am the enemy. I am the invader. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. You are a third party. You're presumably trustworthy. I need you to act on my behalf. Westport represents a challenge. The challenge presented by the majority of the Protectorate. Fairfield citizenry were given ample incentive to fold, for they could see the freedom we offer firsthand. But the people of Westport are stubborn enough to risk death for their ideals and cannot be swayed by the lights of Fairfield. If I can convert them, I can convert anyone. Perhaps the kit contains a wide variety of tools, propaganda, equipment, and more than a few confectionaries. Some items may serve as honey, swaying the naysayers to our side. Others are blunt implements, crippling infrastructure to force the refugees toward Fairfield. Slather on a bit of elbow grease and you'll certainly succeed. I'm sure there are kindred spirits in Westport. No. Excellent. Here's the kit. Advertisement tapes, ambidextrine, assorted stimulants, free samples of Purple Berry Crunch, everything you need to wage war on the undecided mind. With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the vigilant Hogarth. Motivate him to depart, and his subjects will trot in file behind him woolly cow-like. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself, for a task so involved, shall the reward be worthwhile? Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian. Of course, I'll be happy to pay you as well, but
Yes.
I was under the impression that good looks were priceless.
Nope, I want money from you.
I don't think you understand. The reserve Oxonian is functionally identical to the one I wear. If anything, the replica is likely in better state. I've grown attached to this one and would prefer not to part with it. And really, is anything truly one of a kind? Not from the universal
I swear I wish I
perspective.
had speech 2 to take his hat. Loki, I wish I could go to my skills and do that.
Then consider yourself officially deputized in the war to further innovation. Be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation. Only then can you motivate them adequately.
The peddler of half measures returns. Suppose it's to make it quick, yeah?
She still hates me, okay.
All done in there? Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, thinking we ought to team up. You're going places. I want to go too. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your mind to, together we'll be unstoppable. And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's choice. I can be on my own for a time, but I'd rather it not be permanent. Besides, where else can I turn from nothing to something? I did, but I can't expect someone else to foot the bill if there's no guaranteed treatment will work. So I'll take on the risk myself. A go-getter attitude's always rewarded. I get it. You're skeptical. If you got more questions, go on and ask them. You'll not find me hiding anything in the fine print.
Now, is enhanced soldier just her arms enhanced, or they put something in her arm, messed up that arm, and now her whole body's enhanced?
All right. You ain't one of Auntie's. Well, it was the public-facing name for the soldiers who got grafted like myself. Of course, most everyone who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So the executives shuttered the program. A total failure that I'd bet they'd rather forget about. My graft is just one in a long line of failures. That's why I'm considered a liability. Why Milver Street had me running foolish errands instead of giving me something bigger. Better. It's making me sick, see? And if I leave it be, it'll result in sepsis. Just a matter of time. But I'd like to go on living. And show the rest of them I can't be counted out. Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
I'm gonna keep Niles for the simple fact we have a companion mission on this, so I'm gonna send.
Acknowledged.
After you.
I have 6. Oh wow. I could have stole his hat. I could have stole his hat. Dang. Dang. I can access the restricted inventory of vending machines. That's pretty cool. When crouching, you see the contents of a person's inventory before pickpocketing them. You can also gain a small bonus for critical chance. That's pretty good. Bag check. Scales damage. Okay. Stolen items sell for more. See, I remember this in the first one, and the fact that you can sell stuff to gain a better reputation is fantastic. Especially if you're going to murder a whole town, put them in the dirt, and then sell all their loot. Kind of just, set yourself right back even. Okay, I think to start, I'm going to get the critical chance for all weapon, all enemies, chance to increase against strong enemies. I think I'm going to go with the reset, because I can sneak up behind them and hack them if I have enough skill, and I'm doing hacking and locking, so I'm going to do that one. I haven't really seen a lot of restricted stuff, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna put one into to speech. I'm gonna put one into hacking. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna keep the other 4 in reserve. Alright. So what we're doing, we're trying to find Saboteur. No. We're doing this. I'm fine with this smuggler about. But the thing is, what is that? Oh, that's a lab. I have the lockbox for that.
Saw you coming this time.
Is there restricted stuff? See, I don't see restricted stuff. Always buy that. So is there no weight in this game? That's confusing. That's good enough. So, light revolver. Seven repeaters. It's a prisma. I'll just keep that. Do I care about blades? Kinda don't. How do you get in the basement? Oh.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more. If you are conniving for some concession of weakness, you will be a long time waiting.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
So how do I want to play with this?
You've got me there. Nothing enigmatical about a trio of Protectorate stowaways.
The more I listen to you invaders blathering, the more convinced I become of the need to rid our fair island of your wretched stupidity by any means necessary.
Not very copacetic,
I will shoot all of
folks?
you.
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead.
I'll throw a grenade in your group. How about that?
Spare me your insults. They mean less than nothing coming from the mouth of a corporate pet.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
I would sever my own hands at the wrist rather than sign a corporate contract. A generous offer. But we prefer to die in the service of the Sovereign.
See, this is where if I wasn't being honest, true to myself, I would have restarted, put some stats in the speech, and replayed this to keep them alive. But
This
I'm
was
just gonna have a shootout.
always going to end in blood.
Give me the loot.
Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly. I'm practically a detective now. Wonder what other mysteries around here need solving.
Pulverizing them suffice? No, I could liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. Oh, Inez, you look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you. That is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scaly friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more. Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who unfortunately went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch. The only one of her kind on the island, as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
This is hardly worth the effort of a response, dear, but I might remind you that raptidons are not native to this land. Now listen close. When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Law guide you both out there. Oh, I love questions. Ask away. I would never imply such a thing. I'm sure the Minister and Officer Carr have only our best. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner. Which I would not mind if the threat of annihilation weren't hanging over us so. I am accustomed to decisive and unanimous action. Not this. And yet, I would much rather stay here, continue my work, and hope my leaders can reach an accord. Challenging though it may be, one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew. I see. I hope his spirits may be sustained. I have grown fond of the Minister, but I cannot help but wonder if he fully understands how proud the Protectorate are. It takes great courage or desperation to acknowledge the wrongs of one's society, and even more to leave it entirely. He may find that courage to be rarer than he thinks, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong with his powers of persuasion yet again. How I would welcome it in this case. I wish you luck, as it were. We seem to very much need it.
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base. North of here is an old abandoned chapel.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
The anguish she always seemed to battle with, I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. Yes, and I am shamed to admit it. Though if she hadn't wanted me to, she wouldn't have told me the code. Same one she used for everything. 15-778.
That sounds like it could be her agent identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
Alright, moving on.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. Real code 472.
Great. A 472.
Spare me your sales pitch.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You can find stuff like that.
Sorry. Time is
Pedal
bits.
your wares
It's time.
elsewhere.
Personal, like, traded some wages not to have to deal with saltwater for a while. It's justified.